Hello everyone, welcome back to CarFix. Today I'm going to be working on this Game Gear, which has sound but it's extremely quiet. So if I give you a quick demonstration to start off with, we'll get straight into it. You can see it works fine. The volume is on full, Shinobi on. You can see you can't hear it at all. If you get super close to it, you maybe can. Trying to show you, I don't know if that will come up on video. Be super faint. But as you can see, the rest of it works absolutely fine. So we're just going to get it apart, and from what I've read on the internet, it should be some capacitors on the soundboard. So to deal with that, I believe it's a couple of 100 microfarad capacitors at 6 volts, which you can buy kits for on eBay, but I have this board here from an old Sony camcorder which has got loads of capacitors on it. So I've just stripped a few off, a couple of 100 ones there. I think there's 200 or 300 6 volt capacitors and a couple of 47 microfarad 6 volt capacitors. So there's one there which is the only one. Then there's plenty of 100 microfarad capacitors on that Sony board. I might just try and change the 100 ones and hope that it fixes it. But we'll get straight into stripping it apart, which is pretty straightforward. There is one problem, which I've already taken this screw out, as it's what they call a game screw back in the days of the Game Gear and Game Boy. See, it's got a funny hex head and you need a special screwdriver for that, a 4.5mm game bit. The reason why I've already got that one out is because I've got a small socket set, and a 5x32 socket, if you pressed on it hard, actually got it out. That's had I've been making this video and not been able to get that screw out, which is why I've done that one first. But after that, you just whip the batteries out, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more screws to get out, which I won't bore you with. I'll be back once they're all out. Right, so yeah, that's all the screws out. Now just to take the back off, so pull this cable out. This one, and the speaker cable. I can get rid of this part now. So this is the board that we want, the soundboard. So there's a cap, and a couple more under there. So we need to take the shield off, and I think it's just these 4 screws. And now we can get this board out with a couple more screws. So nice and easy to take apart this. So yeah, there's the soundboard. These are surface mounted caps, which I've never actually attempted to take off before. As you can see, there's 3 100 microfarad ones at 6 volt and 2 47 microfarad at, they say 4 volt, but all of the replacement ones that I've seen in the kits come at 6. I hope it's just going to be one of these, because that's what I've got the majority of. I've only got one of them. If not, I'll just have to buy a kit They're only about £3 anyway, but I thought I'd try and use what I've already got. So let's get the soldering iron set up and let's try and get these off. Okay, yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what the best way to get these off is. I assume probably a bit of hot air and flux, so that's what I'm going to try with this one first. Just crack this on and hope for the best. Tweezers, where's my tweezers? Do something to weigh the board down. There we go, it's come off pretty nicely. Pretty nicely indeed, actually. Much better than I actually thought. Sorry I can't zoom in too much more, so it makes it blurry, but it's come off nicely as you can see. I know this is mad, but I might just try putting one on and see if it actually makes a difference. Also, you need to make sure you get your caps the right way around. So yeah, we'll try to get this new one on. Remember, we've got to go on the right way around if I didn't say that already, and the stripe on the cap is the negative, so I need to make sure this is going to actually fit on. It should just about fit. The legs are pretty short on these. Might get the soldering iron on the go for this. Put a bit of salt on the pad. That should do. We'll try and get this on here now. Left-handed. Sorry, it's not a great view. I'll have to move that. But I don't own a microscope, unfortunately. So this is all by eye, which is why it makes it look so much more difficult than it probably is. That's all the left hand, all the right. Right, that is on there. That's all I'm bothered about. It's on there nice and tight, to be fair. I'm actually just going to test this now and see if it works. I'm just going to quickly put it back together and I'll come back when it's ready to test. Right, so we're back together. I ain't got any screws in it, but just batteries. So let's stick the game in. I've got a feeling I will have to do more than this one, but let's hope. So the screen just comes on, thankfully. It seems like it's still quiet. Can I still hear it a bit? Yeah, it's still on, but still quiet, so I have to strip it down again and replace a few more of them and see if we can actually get it going properly. I'll do the rest off camera because it's the same thing. Take one off, put one on. I'll come back when I've changed them all or a few more and retested it and see if that gets it to work or not. Okay, so right everyone, I ended up changing all 5 to the 300s and I found another 47 UF on a different part of that camcorder board, the second board to it. So I've changed all 5. There's not a lot else I can do. It's not the prettiest job, but they're all on there. Didn't melt any of the plastic either, which, I mean, a little bit there, but the connector still goes in fine. So let's get it back together and it's either going to work or it's a fail. So let's go for it. Right, where's the game? Shinobi in. For the reveal. Will it power on? Yep. Do we have sound though? Still have no sound. I don't know what to say. Unless one of the caps I replaced is bad, but it shouldn't be. Can I still hear it to my ear? No, I hear no volume at all now. What about through headphones? The headphones are still fine. Maybe it's something to do with that last 47 mH cap that I did change. I mean, you can always play it with headphones plugged in and not actually unplugged in to your ears. It's that loud. I'm tempted to take it apart again and try another fix and come back to you. So I just opened it up again, looked on the board, the final capacitor that I soldered, one of the legs wasn't properly attached. So I've reattached that and I'm going to turn it on again. Then I'm going to, it's not screwed together this time, I'm going to open it up and show you which capacitor actually controlled. It looks like the sound signal actually going to the speaker. So you probably, in reality, could have got away with just replacing this one cap. It's one of the 47 UF ones, so let's crack it on and see if it's going to work. So we've got Shinobi on again. Listen to that. Let's turn it up. Oh my god, it is working! Unbelievable! That one cap. Let's put the headphones in. Yep, and headphones are working as well. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Turn it down, turn it up. Right, so I'm going to open it up and show you which cap it actually is that I had to replace. I'll be back in a second. Right, so here's the soundboard. 100 UF, 100 UF, 100 UF, 47 UF, 47 UF. And the last one that I changed out of them all, I changed that one and I changed that one and I tested it. It didn't work, but worked on headphones. So then I come back and put these two in and that one, and I had no sound as I showed you last time I turned it on. Went back in at this capacitor here, only one leg was soldered properly. So I've been back in, soldered both legs down, and when I've put it back together, as you've just seen, the sound is working perfectly. So for me, if you've got low sound like I had, you can barely, like you can't hear it unless you put it right to your ear, I would change this one first. Save yourself the hassle of changing all four if you don't need to, because that one looks like it's the one that controls either the volume up and down to make it go louder and quieter, or the actual signal to the speaker. So this 47 UF capacitor here is the one I would start with and then work your way around if you're going to be doing this job. But as you can see, the fix is a good one, and I'm pretty happy with this one, to be honest. Even though it was pretty much likely it was that, this was some pretty tricky soldering with all this plastic, taking surface mounts off and put legged caps back on around all this plastic and other tiny components with no microscope. I'm pretty happy with that fix, and I hope you lot are. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one with a working Game Gear. Boom! Peace!